So I was thinking of my use of my makeup mirror to hold post-it notes to read scripts. And I thought there's got to be an app for this. So I went on Google Play and I found Nano Teleprompter. So that'll be my new experiment for today. See if it'll be a game changer. Um, Usually I'm winging it, just speaking off the top of my head. But sometimes you want to be a little more concise and precise in what you're saying. So I think giving Nano Teleprompter a spin will be maybe worth my time. And it only cost me $5.49, one-time payment to make your life easy as an overlay over your screen to put your script in and read it and look natural. And we'll see how large it is that if I can get away with no glasses. Otherwise, I may have to go to a regular camera and use my phone as the teleprompter, enlarging the text and putting the phone over my camera. Maybe that'll work. But that will require more time of moving files. Anything to save time, because you want to get your day down to 2 hours. That's the goal. That's my goal, anyways, in all of this. So anything I can automate and simplify is awesome. And I still got to learn the Automator AI, but so far that has been a breeze setting up, and it even has values in there, so you don't have to keep typing in for every funnel and things you make, your domains and your email addresses and all the same old continuous information. I like that. I love that it puts your Stripe and payment information in there. And oh my gosh, there's a lot to learn. But if you've already done funnels and pages and things like that, the learning and use ChatGPT, the learning curve is very easy. I just got to figure out how to get more time to go in there and practice it. But anyways, Teleprompter is pretty freaking cool for making your videos, and I'm going to be doing a lot of work in that over the next week. But I think I'm going to spend some time doing a little studying. I keep throwing out stuff, but I think I want to get it to look a lot better. I also need to clean up my house. That's not because of doing this, it's because of the weather and the cold and the wood. There's so much. I look on the floor and it's like, let's see that? A lot of wood chips on the floor. And I had some leaking, so I have a mop over there coming in through the patio door. Other than that, it's been okay. I still have a lot of stuff to put away and a lot of boxes to open and things to go through. And that's going to require the snow melting and pulling that all outside, organizing it on tables, and going through what I need and what I don't need and getting rid of it. Rid of the stuff I don't need, and then customizing some more stuff in here to hold the things I do need. Yeah, but everything has been mad rushing, and then winter lockdown. But I love winter for learning. Winter's a really good time for learning and growing. And then, like that one book I read, Seasons and Timing. Timing is everything. Dennis Watley. Turn your seasons of success into maximum opportunities. This is such a good book. I think it's my favorite of all books. It's a super good book. I'll have to talk about it someday. But everything has its season. Harvest. Planting your seeds in the spring. Winter has its spring too when it comes to doing this sort of stuff. It's a system, a model. Yeah, that's why today I'm going to get into a video about dailypayformula.com being a core business model, kind of like a mock stock exchange program that if you're going to do investments, you have a practice, but this is better because you can't lose your shirt in it and you can generate income from it. And it buys you time and it allows you to just get going because it's the first step that's difficult in building any dream. So, as soon as you start, off you go. But it's that initial start of anything that holds you back. So this makes it easy. You can't really have any excuses with the dailypayformula.com because it's a whole business model, the same core every business is built on. You know how you've been watching, oh, I wish I could be like them. I wish I had the experience, the knowledge. I wish I knew how to do that stuff. Well, it's push button install. And it has all the same components and operation and automation as all those people making money online. And then you could take that same model and you can make it into anything you want. But it gives you products that are in demand, valued, people want because they want to learn how to do this stuff. And so much more. Teaches you how to build products, courses, teaches you how to do the video content, the digital marketing. But the problem mostly is time. Because we were born into a system that brought us into jobs and families and everything, and our time is exhausted. There's no time, a lot of times, for anything else. So this takes that away. You can get it up in a day, a weekend, because luckily your boss gives you a day off. So you can use that day off to set up a system like this, and or your vacation time or whatever, evenings, and have it up and going. And the only thing you have to do is share it. You're already sharing on social. Why not share your own shares and cares? Because when you share this and other people start this, you're helping others learn to make income in other ways to free up their time and give them a launch or a stepping stone into what they really want to do. And even, I don't know, some people get into it for the education. Some people get into it for the business. Some people get into it because they already have a business and they want to learn to do better content. That's what's so great about this business, because so many walks of life can get into this community, especially, and start doing this business model that is proven to work because the one who created it, Michelle, started it from scratch and became a self-made millionaire. And that's where you want to go, with the person who's walking and talking and doing and learning and refining and mentoring from the hands-on experience and the success and the true story that she generated this income through this, plus teaching you what she's done since then to go into other income streams, even out into the real world, buying real estate and creating other opportunities that you can expand with just from starting a simple little business model. But it's like the universe, you know? Everything is micro and macro, all built on the same thing, like an atom, you know? So don't look at this as, oh, it's just little and whatever. It's kind of like going to an auction or something and seeing a beat up used something. And if you're in a shitty state, sad, and your eyes are blurry from crying and struggling, and your mind's not thinking straight because you're shattered and torn by so much coming at you, bills and stresses and struggles and everything, and your body aching and all that, you're not going to see straight. You wouldn't see the treasure. You wouldn't see the treasure from that state of mind. I mean, this business model is a Bugatti in disguise. Remember your first car? You had to learn how to drive before you bought the BMW, the Mercedes, the Corvette, whatever it was. I call this the Bugatti in disguise. Um, it's what you do with it. It's got the same, you know, it's got the same stick shift. It's got the same components. It's how you look at it. You could make it the Bugatti. It has everything a Bugatti has to go from one place to another. It's how you see it and what you vision and dream. And what kind of driver are you? I mean, are you driving the jalopy? Sometimes I make this business look like, you know, I don't know. Sometimes I think a UFO, but are like what kind of driver are you? Like you're sitting in the driver's seat of this business model. You can dress like the driver you want to be. This vehicle is any model you want it to be, and it can buy you the dreams that you have in your mind, whatever scale they're at, whatever level, whatever. You just want a simple life in a cottage writing books. This will buy you the time to do that. You want the high-end thing? It'll take you there. It's the launching start of getting your mind rolling so you can have the high-rise condominium apartment in Dubai or whatever you want to do and rent or buy Lamborghinis. You just got to get started. And I remember when I started my web notations business, my revved up motorsports business, all that. I had no idea how they were going to be, what they were going to do, but wow, what they did for me, how they opened my mind to the world, seeing things differently. That's what this does. And you can get in at as low as $100, no monthly expenses. You can be part of a community for a measly $100, no monthly payments for community access and mentor training and Zoom calls. Yeah, that's when you think about it. You get those GST checks every month, just toss it there. I mean, you can throw money on beer and pizza and whatever else. Throw $100 a fin into this just to get an education. Pretend it's an expensive book, and you got a business model you can pop up in a day, and then you're making videos every day. You're making posts every day. Just throw in a plug for your business. Very easy. And then as life goes on, you can show what this business is doing for you, creating content that way. It only takes, I don't know, 30, however long the video is. You get good at it. You don't even have to edit them. You just add in a little text. I'm probably doing it wrong. Other people, I don't see adding in domains on their videos, but I do because I'm old school. They just write words and tell people to go to their DMs or their profile or comments or whatever they do. Yeah, that's probably the better way to go. Maybe people think I'm an old car salesman. I don't care, because when you got something good and people want something and they see it, they don't care how it's put up or delivered. They just want the solution, the answer. That's when I got into this, I wasn't turned on by the imageries, the glamour, the whatever. It was the message. I needed that message. And that's when you're ready for the message, I don't think any of that matters. You just know, and you go, you grab it and you run. Yeah. But you can get distracted, off topic, other things, people, all this can pull you off course, and you have to keep remembering to steer yourself back. That's why they charge $100 for the lowest end one to get in. You gotta have a little skin in it. You gotta remember it's an investment. You can't just put it aside like all the other stuff you throw in the closet. Yeah, you buy this crap. Well, this helps me. Some stuff I bought is stupid, and it just ends up in the closet. That's why this sometimes people give you things free, and you don't value it. You didn't take your hard-earned sweat equity money and put it into it. So, that way you will look at it, you will do it, and you'll get started. And the one thing about the other thing I'm looking at right now to help with my automations is they offer a 14-day free trial. But the investment there is plugging in your information, using it, doing the work. Oh, you're investing that way. You're investing your time, your energy into creating something that, oh, you don't want to let go of because, oh, you put a lot of work into that, and you see the value in it. You know, there's two ways of doing things. Gosh, there's even more ways than that when you're building your business and how you're going to go about promoting it or getting people involved. Sometimes you got to show it one way to show the value. Other ways you have to show it as community or the value of your instant business immediately. You know, do you know how hard it is just to get up a web page and make sure it operates properly? The simplest web page. That's what I love about this. You get that page up, you get the experience of going through it. Okay, I know absolutely this is running perfectly. Now, if I want to make a web page, I follow it exactly and just change out the information. Yeah, when I was doing motorsports and I had a few quads, the good thing about it is when I was taking them apart and replacing parts and things like that, I always had a perfectly working model beside me that I could go to, refer to, compare. I know this one's running perfect. Now I got to get this model over here that I got to get up and running for this customer up to the perfect perfection as the one that is the perfect model. That's what this business is. And kind of like the videotaping, making your videos and stuff like that is almost like when I disassembled the engine with my videotapes to make sure that I put it back together perfectly again. Is like you can go back and look at your videos and you can learn from them. And you can see yourself growing. You can see, you can hear yourself. You still get them up anyways, but you can hear. I don't know if I would have, me listening to it as a potential customer, I don't know about that. Or, oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. How could you put that video up? Or, oh wow, that's really good. This one's really good. I think I'll do more of this one. I like the way the lighting was. I like the way the window was. I like the color in the background. I like the way I looked that day. Or you can remember what happened that day. What put you in that mindset? What was the mood? And from that, even phone conversations and life experiences out there, you can also monitor your vibration. And you can say, oh yeah, that day, like when I used to be at work, that day I made a lot of tips. Oh, I remember I was in a good mood because this, or I did this. That's where this business gives you practice and experience. dailypayformula.com. Maybe I didn't need a teleprompter, but I'm going to try one anyways. Have a great day. Talking about, of course I'm going to go try the teleprompter and use the teleprompter. I paid for it, put skin in it. I'm going to learn it. I'm going to learn it as another tool. And if it don't work for me, say I like going with flow, and it's not jiving, I will meet people who prefer to go that way and want a good tool, and I can increase my value to be able to make a recommendation. These are the things that you got to keep learning and growing. When you know a little bit more than the others, and you have some wisdom to offer, recommendations, that keeps you in the lead of things and the grow and know of things. And people will come to you because of your experience, your knowledge, your wisdom. And that is good for your business.